initial reactions to that?
Well, I was in completely shock. I was thinking on coming on that morning with my sister, but we decided not to, just because. And then when we heard about it, we couldn't believe it. We were just like, it's really happening, you know. You see it in the news happening somewhere else. It's like, it's never gonna happen here. But then when it happened, we were like in complete, shock.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's about 83% Hispanic population here. And I make the argument that Patrick Crusius drove 9 hours. I mean, you have Mexican Americans where he is from, but I think the concentration of 83% Hispanic, and also I think this is very important, but a border community. I think to go out there and say, oh, well, we have these illegals coming, we have these Mexican invaders that are coming. I think he chose that border on purpose. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he knew Mexicans they're always crossing, like the bridge, like to come here and buy stuff, like usual. And he targeted that, he knew what he was doing. He knew that the percentage, many of the population here, they're Mexicans or Mexican Americans,
So it's very fluid coming across.
Like thousands of people come across back and forth every day.
Yeah. I also knew it was kind of the end of the summer and you had a lot of people getting ready for fall, so back to school clothes and supplies for the kids. And it is well known that many people cross from Juarez to do their shopping here.
Just like this season, they're gonna reopen the bridge on next Monday. So a lot of people they're gonna flow,
So Juarez is closed now?
Right now, only citizens can go back and forth.
Okay.
But the thing is that many people from Chihuahua, they come here with their visas to buy, So now, starting Monday, it's gonna be full of people coming from over there to El Paso.
There's such a certain irony that I can remember. I live in California, so I'm 2 hours from the San Diego-Tijuana border, and when that border shuts down, in a couple hours, the people in San Diego lost $5 million. But the people bringing in the wealth are the Mexicans from Tijuana. That's the whole irony, is they start to come over here. They're the ones bringing in, and then the people that own stores are complaining that the border is shut because we need these Mexicans, to come over and buy our things out here.
The same here,
Yeah.
They lost a lot of money when the pandemic started and everything.
Yes. So obviously, this is a little bit more than 2 years later, what are your feelings? I mean, do you go in here with any anxiety, any fear when you go shopping now?
Not anymore. At the beginning, yes. When they reopened. But right now, it's just like, I don't know, they have the police inside, sometimes the sheriff, and then they have security guy, the guards. So, not really, but I'm not gonna lie, like when I arrived and I was looking for the for the parking space, I was like, looking around, like something automatically,
Sure.
to see people walking by, because this guy just stepped out of his car and just started walking and shooting,
Sure. Can you tell me just a little bit, do you experience racism on a daily basis? What's your community here? Do you fear, there's a lot from where I'm coming. Every time you look like, you want to include Hispanics, it seems like the Texas governor, lieutenant governor, education, they don't want to talk about, lynching, or they don't want to talk about slavery, they don't want to talk about, racism. Do you experience racism on a regular basis, or how's your life?
Not really. Like here in the borderline, it's really calm, because as I said, the population is mostly Mexicans or Mexican Americans, so I haven't really experienced any racism. And I've been here for over 16 years.
How many years?
Over 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So not really. Okay. It's not like something I'm gonna expect. Either way, I know someday will happen, maybe, But
so you kind of gotten on with your life here.
Yeah.
It's kind of moving forward. Would it be fair to say that this is a tight-knit community with a huge Hispanic population? You said that, so people, I think in some ways that's where the shock came from. When you have a tight-knit community, You don't think anybody's going to come in and invade that. And that's why I get back to the idea of Patrick Cruz. I think this was well thought out.
Yes.
You know, there were plenty, as I said, Mexican Americans in other places, but this was a huge concentration population. And I think it was also a message being sent out about borders.
Yes.
You know, the word that Patrick Cruces talks about again, it's an invasion by Mexicans.
Yes.
He didn't care whether you're Mexican American and legal. It was the color of your skin. If you were brown, he tried to kill you.
Yeah, and in some way he knew this Walmart is the most visited by Mexicans. Like you see a lot of Mexicans in stores, you know, like Sam's, Ross, other Walmarts, but this one specifically is like the most visited one for them.
Yeah.
So for him to know that was like,
Yeah.
how did he know?
Well, I want to thank you for
Oh,
your
you're
time.
welcome.
I think I got very lucky and hit the gold mine with you because you were
Yeah,
very
sure.
articulate and it was really great.
Thank you.
So just look after yourself, and I think we'll be in contact. You might see yourself in film and say, "Oh my God, I'm on the
Yes.
PBS
Just let
out
me
there."
know, let me know.
We'll let you know.
Love
Thank
to
you,
see
thank you so much.
Thank you.